Israel's military says it has resumed its ceasefire with Hamas after launching a wave of airstrikes on Gaza. And just last hour, U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to eradicate Hamas if the group fails to stick with his peace plan. Aid trucks bound for Gaza were seen earlier today. Israel is reportedly allowing the deliveries to flow following pressure from Washington and the arrival of two of the president's envoys. Palestinian officials say yesterday's Israeli airstrikes killed dozens of people. Israel claims those attacks were a direct response to Hamas killing two soldiers in the southern city of Rafah. The CBC's Crystal Gumansing is in southern Israel near the border with Gaza, and she brings us the latest.
A relatively quiet skyline looking towards Gaza. It wasn't like that earlier in the day. Israel Defense Forces said that again they saw violations of the yellow line. That's the line in which Israeli forces pulled back to. On the other side of that yellow line, they say it is an active combat zone. And today, Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz said that any violations of that yellow line, anyone approaching that yellow line would be considered a target for attack. Now, in Gaza City area today, Israel Defense Forces say they did fire on several people who were approaching that yellow line. These violations have been occurring over the past several days. People in Gaza say they are unaware of where that yellow line is, and it's causing a lot of confusion. Yellow barriers are being put up in different locations to help people know exactly where they can and cannot go. But according to the Hamas-run health ministry, in the past 24 hours, 47 people have been killed. Now, the airstrikes we saw yesterday right across Gaza, they were in response, according to Israel, to blatant violations of the ceasefire. They say that their troops came under attack in the Rafah area and two soldiers were killed. Now, it is much calmer, and we did hear from U.S. President Donald Trump yesterday saying any violations would be dealt with toughly but fairly. Now, his special envoy to the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, are back in Israel tonight. They are here talking with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. No doubt they are talking about the importance of maintaining the ceasefire and moving forward with the peace agreement. Tomorrow, the vice president will be here to join those meetings. J.D. Vance expected to arrive in Israel for those high-level talks. Meanwhile, some aid is starting to move again into Gaza. There was some indication that it may not go in today after the Israeli government halted all aid shipments yesterday, but there was a U-turn, and at the Kerem Shalom crossing, we did see some trucks moving towards the inspection area. We don't know how many aid crossings are opening or how much aid actually went through. As a part of the peace agreement, about 600 trucks a day are supposed to be crossing. It's not clear how many have been actually getting through. We know the need for aid in Gaza is intense. Parts of Gaza were determined to be having famine conditions back in August by the agency that monitors world hunger. People in Gaza are saying that they just want to go back to the peace deal, go back to seeing things relatively calm. But it appears one area of a sticking point and concern is that yellow line and the potential for more deadly interactions. Crystal Gumansing, CBC News, Sderot, Israel.